The rules that we need sometimes to actually get us to stick to something. Like we need strict rules sometimes. It is important to base yourself in a place where you're around like-minded individuals. Want to achieve more, want to do more, want to be more. And just being around that motivation, that drive, it's contagious. I meet people, I learn what they're doing, I learn what they're making. Meet a few billionaires, met a few guys doing like 100K a day. I'm like, wow, numbers like this are possible.
Josef, my man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming on and having a little chat.
Appreciate you having me.
I wanted to have you on because a lot of the guys we're working with is individuals that want to be entrepreneurs or want to be a high performing individual, want to do more stuff with their life. You know? So when I say high performance man to you, what does that mean to you to be a high performance individual?
To me, I think a high-performance individual is just someone that operates at a very high level, gets things done. They take into consideration their health and business and all of that in combination. And I think it pretty much just comes down to that, just being the best version of yourself, getting things done, and living your life to your full potential.
And why do you think more people are not shooting for that? Like, if they're aware of it, like, hey, I want more, why do you think more people are not going for that?
It's in the too hard basket. They want it, but then when they see what's required, it's in the too hard basket. And maybe they might try, but they don't try long enough to see a result. So because they don't see a result, they easily chuck in the towel and go back to the TV and the couch and watch the next Netflix series.
Basically, So you're from New Zealand. You told me off camera. So what was that growing up? And then obviously you being in Dubai here right now, how different is that? Like mindset wise, what did you have to work through to get to where you are right now from a mental standpoint?
New Zealand and Dubai are very different. Don't get me wrong, New Zealand's a beautiful country. My friends, my family there, it's really green, fresh air. But it is slow. Not much is happening. Everyone is chilling. Works a 9 to 5 and just look forward to the weekend. That's the life and that's the routine there. But because we have online, because we've got these devices, we can connect to the world. So I was fortunate enough to put my business online and be able to run an online business. So where I'm located in the world doesn't really matter. But still, it is important to base yourself in a place where I guess you're around like-minded individuals, people that, want to achieve more, want to do more, want to be more, and just being around that motivation, that drive, it's contagious. So you start, doing more and being more and just getting things done. I went back to New Zealand for Christmas and New Year's to spend with my family. I just felt my energy, my default come back down to chill and, which, hey, that nothing wrong with that, but I like being here because it's just grind and it's hustle and it's just, I can be around people, I can network, I can meet people, I can make connections, I can do collabs like this. New Zealand, it's at the end of the world. No one goes there. Dubai is the center of the world. Everyone comes through here. So even if they're not living here,
they come through,
the chance for me to connect is just so much better. So for me and what I do, it made the most sense to move here. And then obviously no tax.
Oh, exactly. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. So what is sort of like some mindset? What would you say limiting belief maybe that you had to? How old are you now?
33.
33. And what like you've been in New Zealand up to now, basically like last year sort of thing. So what are some mental things that you had to sort of like go through from? I don't even think there's New Zealand in particular. I think it's where everybody lives and where they come from. They're stuck in that little rock kind of thing. What are some things you sort of like have worked through? You like, I used to believe that. I used to think like that. Nah, I no longer do that now.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's almost like you get stuck in that box and you can't get out of that box. So I remember before I was online, randomly, I wanted to be a plumber because I heard a plumber makes 60,000 New Zealand dollars a year. I was like, wow, I want to be a plumber. And I don't want to give myself a big head, but I feel like I did pretty well in the online space, and I was, generating some pretty big numbers. And again, I don't want to give myself a big head, but I felt like I I felt like I was, one of the big fish in the pond.
Yeah.
And it didn't really give me that hunger to grow.
Yeah.
Like I felt like, again, try not to get big-headed, like I felt like I was kind of at the top of the ladder in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So there was no inspiration to like, just really grow.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Dubai, and then I go to the gym, and the whole gym car park's full of Lambos, Ferraris, Rolls Royce. I'm like, oh wow, like there's some money here.
Yeah.
I meet people, I learn what they're doing, I learn what they're making. I've now, met a few billionaires, met a few guys doing like 100K a day, online casinos.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, numbers like this are possible.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just shifts your mind and gives you the permission to do more, as weird as that sounds.
Yeah.
Like you're not capped in your mind anymore.
Yeah.
And just being around people that, are doing some pretty phenomenal numbers, it just opens up your brain and your mind to be like, oh.
What's possible,
So like I have permission to do that now kind of thing. It's weird, but yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Did you ever do like personal training? Is that how you came up, or
Yep.
In the gym, that sort of thing, and then boom, online afterwards, or?
Yep. So I was a personal trainer in the gym, loved it, but you just can't scale that.
Nah.
Because you're trading your time for, that hour, and you get paid for that hour.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do group coaching and run classes, but still you can't scale it like you can scale it online.
Yeah.
So I shift to the online space.
How old were you there? How many years ago? Yeah.
I honestly don't know, and I get this question a lot,
isn't it?
but it has to be 12,
15
15 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I was an online trainer before Instagram and Facebook were around. Because I remember my first post on Instagram. Yeah.
How were you How were you doing that? Was that like
through bodyboarding.com forums, and I was doing it all through email.
Fucking hell, bro.
Like
I was writing,
of the OGs
for that. You literally are. Yeah.
I was. Yeah. I was writing meal plans and workout programs in the email.
Wow.
It wasn't even on a PDF.
Nah.
It was in an email. And back when I was doing it, I don't want to say I was the only one because it could have been someone else.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't know of a single other person doing it online.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see someone and think I'm going to be an online trainer.
Nah.
I just had the demand. People on the bodyboarding.com forums were asking for meal plans and workout programs. So I was helping them.
Yeah. So you just were you already thinking entrepreneurial when you were a personal trainer, or even before, or was it just kind of like something you stumbled into and be like, okay, this is a pretty good idea, I could do that? Or
honestly, I would love to say that I was, but I wasn't.
No.
I was lost, man.
Yeah.
I was a lost kid. Like I always had a dream, to like have like the car and all of that stuff, but I had no idea what I was going to do or how I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it just all worked out in my favor.
Yeah.
I didn't do well at school. I failed school, went and worked for my dad in a freezer, negative 18 degrees, hated it.
Yeah.
Found my passion for the gym, knew I wanted to be an online trainer. Knew I wanted to be a personal trainer, went and studied, became a personal trainer, and I just thought that was going to be my job forever.
Yeah.
While I was doing that, I was building my presence online on the bodybuilding.com forums.
Yeah.
People started asking me for meal plans and workout programs. How did I get results? I started creating them, and then I got a basic website, and then it kind of just grew from there. And as it grew, I was like, oh, wow, okay, this could be something.
Yeah.
And then it kind of opened my mind up and gave me like more belief in myself.
Yeah. So you kind of like, because that's kind of like how I started as well. Like I moved to Australia when I was 22 from Denmark, and it was like, I never, I've always been in fitness and that sort of thing, competed. Never thought it would work in it.
Yeah.
And then I just rock up in a new country, have to learn a new language. I'm like, fuck, I need to work on myself, personal development. I was like, I could train people. And you kind of like, you just stumble into it, and then one by one you're here.
Yeah.
You know?
Before you know it, you're here, yeah.
Exactly, you know? So how many fitness clients do you think you and your team have touched over the, 15 years, 12 years now?
Yeah, so through my own fitness app, where I sell meal plans and workout programs to my clients, I've had over 190,000 subscription clients through my app.
Yeah.
But I also own a software company.
Yeah.
That software company is Macroactive. We build websites and apps for other trainers just like me.
Yeah.
And we help them automate their business, run their business, grow their business, scale their business.
Yeah.
We've got over 700 trainers, and we've had over 700,000 end users, probably 800,000 now. So we'll close the $1 million mark.
Yeah.
We'll cross the 1 million number mark.
That's insane. That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
So like just to go into like the fitness aspect of it, like for all the people like you maybe more in the beginning sort of thing, like for all the people you helped, what do you see as the common mistakes or the common things all these individuals are, it's the reason for their succeed with a fitness program, getting in shape, having the success, or people that fail and never use it? Like what do you see as the commonality there for people?
Yep, two things. Number one, adherence.
Yeah.
Sticking to the meal plan and workout program.
Yeah.
And number two, it's kind of tied into that. It is just trusting the journey and trusting the process.
Yeah.
Like they'll start a meal plan and workout program, don't see much results after 2 weeks, so they fall off.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, adherence is key.
Yeah.
Providing the meal plan and workout program is right. Adherence is everything.
Yeah.
I get a lot of amazing results with keto, and all my best transformations are on keto.
Yeah.
And I've got much higher success rate on keto.
Yeah.
Not because keto's a better diet.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out.
Yeah.
But why do my clients on keto have better adherence and better results? It's because when they go on a keto diet, in the first week, because they're not consuming any carbs, they lose like 3 to 4 kgs of water.
Yeah.
They lose all the water, all the bloating.
They're excited now.
Like, oh my God, I lost 4 kgs this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do?
Yeah.
They stick to the diet
Yeah. Yeah.
because they've seen that instant result.
Yeah.
So they're motivated by those results and they stick on it for a longer period of time. But someone who just does a normal diet,
Yeah.
they don't see those initial results, so it's easier for them to fall off.
Yeah.
Also, there's no strict rules really, so they're out with their friends. They all get burgers,
change, basically. Yeah.
so they're like, oh, one time won't hurt, I'll just grab some burgers as well. Or they're at a party, they hand around chips, they'll get some chips.
Yeah.
But the person on keto, when his friends get the burgers, he'll get a steak and salad.
Yeah.
Or if someone hands him chips at a party, he'll be like, oh no, I can't, I'm on keto.
Yeah.
So there's more of like that line in the sand that they don't cross.
Yeah.
Not that keto's better in any way, it's not. It's calories in versus calories out.
Yeah.
But sometimes people need strict rules to adhere to something.
Yeah. And what about like afterwards? Because you hear that then from keto, it's like it was too hard to stick to long term. Like what are you advising on that, and what are people doing?
Yep. So obviously I don't advise keto forever. Like you have to enjoy your life a little bit. Yeah. Carbs are good, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, once you've done like a 12-week transformation and extremely happy, then you want to transition back to carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And you can do it. I've been keto, like full keto, and gone straight to 400 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
How did I do it? You just keep calories the same, so you balance calories, remove all the fat, replace it with carbohydrate calories.
Yeah.
If calories are 3,000 in both scenarios, you won't gain any fat.
Yeah.
You might gain water weight, but it's water.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you had to take a guy right now, like let's say he's 30 years old, he's 10 to 15 kgs overweight, and he has to get shredded, you know what I mean, in the next 12, 16 weeks, what would be your approach for him to still be able to, have a normal life? He's not an athlete.
Yep.
How would you go about training, nutrition, sleep, like supplement? What would you go about with that guy?
Yep. At the end of the day, adherence is most important.
Yeah.
So it has to be something that they can adhere to.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't want to do keto,
Yeah.
he doesn't like bacon and eggs, there's no point to try and get him to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has to do something that he enjoys, because if he doesn't enjoy it, he won't get the results.
Yeah.
Same with the training program. It can't be 6 days a week, 2-hour workouts with an hour cardio a day.
Yeah.
They just won't be able to do it, so they'll quit.
Yeah.
So you have to start him on something that he can, adhere to.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just training 3 times a week.
Yeah.
No cardio. And then he's in a calorie deficit. Then you can add it to 4 days a week, then 5. Then you can start adding in some cardio. Then you can, pull the calories lower. But you can't chuck him in the deep end right away.
Yeah.
You have to ease him into it. But for the normal person that comes along, I do kind of recommend keto.
Yeah.
Just because they see the fastest results.
Yeah.
And they need to see results in order to stick to it.
Yeah. So the adherence thing, is that, because I agree with you. Like I think both you and I, we go through these phases where we're fucking motivated, we're on, we're crushing it, and then something happens. We might have a night out, or we have a bad meal, and then we lose a bit of that edge.
Yep.
Is that what you talk about with adherence? It's like these guys need to have something they can commit to for an extended period of time to develop that sustainability and habit within it.
Yep.
Discipline within it. Yeah.
Exactly. And they need to commit to something. Like when you if you go on a meal plan, it's just a meal plan. Like, it's really easy to break it. Yeah. You go into the fridge, even you see some, I don't know, an apple. Like, you can just easily grab an apple. An apple's not bad, but you're still breaking your calories. Yeah. But then if someone's on keto and they open the fridge and they see the apple there, they know they can't have that apple because they don't want to be kicked out of ketosis. Yeah. So it's the rules that we need sometimes to actually get us to stick to something. Like, we need strict rules sometimes.
I agree.
A bodybuilder who competes, you can tell him to eat dirt and he'll eat dirt for 6 meals. Because he has the willpower and the dedication to do what he has to do. Yeah. But the normal person, sometimes it has to be a little bit more strict in order for them to
link onto it.
Yeah. And they also feel part of something. They feel part of a community. Oh, I'm doing keto. Yeah. Oh, you're doing keto too? Yeah. But like, oh, you're doing a meal plan too. There's not the same connection.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. So did you start keto back then? Like, was that what you were preaching and prescribing?
Yeah. So I prescribe all diets depending on what the client wants, but I'm a big believer in keto. Yeah. I love keto myself. Yeah. Not on keto right now. Yeah. My carbs are high, but I know when I am on keto, I'm very productive. Yeah. My mind, the focus, the mental clarity. Yeah. Once carbs are above 400 grams, you get brain fog, man. Lethargic.
I know. So what's a typical like keto day look like for you? Like what are you actually eating on a typical day there?
Yep. Well, it's weird. When I'm on a high carb diet, no matter how big my meals are, I have to have 6 meals a day.
Yeah, right.
I eat it and I'm just so hungry. Yeah. On keto, I can honestly get away with 3 or 4. Yeah. It's because the fat and the protein is so satiating. Yeah. But yeah, my meals would be salmon and like grass-fed butter on the salmon, steak, butter on the salmon, on the steak, bacon, eggs, and it's pretty much just the fatty meats.
No veggies, no.
Oh, I do a little bit of veggies here and there, but not too much. Yeah. But yeah, most of what I consume would be steak, salmon, butter, a lot of butter, and bacon and eggs.
Do you know how much fat you're getting now?
No, but I was way over 250 grams when I was on keto. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's why you're not hungry yet.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, you know, the butter coffee thing. Yeah. And how it was like, oh, butter coffee is good for fat loss. Yeah. Well, it's not good for fat loss because you're putting like 80 calories in your coffee.
Low appetite. Yeah.
But why butter coffee is so good for fat loss is because you put butter in your coffee, and you have that coffee instead of breakfast. Yeah. It blunts your appetite until 3. So you missed 2 meals. Yeah. So the fat is so satiating. Yeah. And honestly, I think a lot of people that feel terrible on keto, all they do is just remove carbs. Yeah. And then they're just eating protein. Yeah. So their body's running off protein. Yeah. And they feel terrible. Yeah. If you actually do keto properly and you make sure you eat fat, like I'm talking like bacon, whole eggs, and like blocks of butter on your steak. Yeah.
You wouldn't go like avocado and olive oil and more healthy.
Yep. Sometimes I do that. Yeah. But when you're consuming all those fats, very, very fast, your appetite goes out the window. Yeah. And that's another reason why people don't break the diet. Yeah. When someone goes on a calorie deficit, they automatically get hungry because calories are low. When you consume carbs, it spikes your insulin and that kind of triggers your hunger a little bit, you know? It makes you want more. Yeah. So if someone's on a calorie deficit, they get cravings, man, and they get hunger. Yeah. But if you're on a calorie deficit and you're on keto, you're satiated. You don't feel like food. Yeah. So it's so much easier to stay in a deficit and not eat.
Basically, How's your breath and stuff then? Like, you go to the bathroom as well?
No, I never had that breath thing.
Stop.
Yeah. I never had any bad side effects. No. Not even with the transition. Yeah. When you should transition, like put lots of salt and sodium on your food because your body flushes a lot of it out. Yeah. But I never got headaches. I never had anything. Yeah. But the transition period can be a little bit hard for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, like anything else. But I like the idea about like people have to have something they stick to basically kick themselves into that, because I think that's the hardest part for the average person is to. I'm not the athlete. They have to get ready for a show, so it's easy to get into something like they need a kickstart. They need something. Yep. You know what I mean?
You need to be strict sometimes. Like, look at a bodybuilder, how strict they are. And then to the average person, my dad, for example, when my dad wants to lose weight, you know what his plan is? I'm going to start eating healthier.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so open.
Yeah.
Like, like, you might lose weight.
Yeah.
But like,
you're going to drift back.
If eating healthier is your plan to get shredded on a bodybuilding stage, you would never get on the stage.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, eating healthier is just so, like, open.
Yeah, so be specific.
Be specific, exactly.
Like that, yeah. So how are you sort of like, you obviously been in fitness for a long time yourself. How are you using fitness, the principles, eating healthy, everything around nutrition? Like, how are you treating your body and your mind in that regards into entrepreneurship and what you do in business today?
Oh, it's so linked. Yeah. I don't know how there are so many successful people that don't prioritize their fitness. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people that are very successful that are not in shape. Yeah. But to me, like, they go hand in hand. Yeah. And everything I've learned in the gym, it 100% helped me in business. Yeah. You know, you're in the gym, you don't like doing the set because it hurts and it burns. Yeah. But then, when you get the results and your biceps get bigger, you understand, that hurt and that burn gives me results. Yeah. So then you associate the stress and the pain with progress. Yeah. So now when I'm in the gym, I like that burn. Yeah. And if I'm not burning or if I'm not in pain, I don't like it. Yeah. You're not making progress.
Yeah. Different association.
Yeah. So now that I'm learning, okay, if I put my body under stress and I'm in pain and I'm suffering, my progress is better. Yeah. Okay. And if I stick to my diet and I stick to my training program and I put in the work, I get better results. Yeah. Same thing for business. Yeah. You know, if you can handle all that stress and all that pressure and you can stay dedicated and you can put in more work and more effort, you get better results too. Yeah. Like exactly. they're so linked. Yeah.
So what is the business looking like right now? Because you obviously were in the fitness space. Are you still up in that business, or is it?
Yep. So my fitness business is kind of like, I would say maybe the main thing that I do on the back end. So my fitness app, Josef Rakich Fitness, we sell meal plans and workout programs. I used to push and promote it all through social media. Yeah. Now it's kind of through ads and email marketing through our email list. So it's pretty much runs itself.
How big is your email list?
Oh, we always get rid of dead leads, but millions.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. But I think like on our active list, maybe 500, 600,000. Yeah. But you know, once we always clean out the dead leads and the not active ones. Yeah. But yeah, definitely millions.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
And then basically we run the business from the back end, and then the front end stuff is kind of focused on my other businesses now, which is Macroactive, building that up, and another business that I started, which is the Wealth Network, and that's teaching people how to make money online through selling a service or a product. Yeah. Basically just teaching them my blueprint, what I've done, what's worked, what hasn't worked, to get them into the online space. Yeah. But yeah, the fitness has always been my bread and butter.
Right. So what are some key, what would you say, skills and traits that you had to learn from being a fitness guy to an entrepreneur and a business owner right now? What are the main things that you need to develop?
Honestly, the first problem that everyone fails on is starting. Yeah. Like starting is where everyone fails.
What's the skill for that? Jump.
Yep, exactly. Like so many people message me and they're like, "Oh, I want to start an online business. Oh, I want to start a YouTube channel." Okay. Yeah. Like the first thing you need to do is start. Once the ball's rolling, it'll all kind of fall into place. But starting is the hardest thing. And I think that's where most people trip up on. Yeah. But the ones that do start, and they've actually taken the first step, the ones that don't progress there are pretty much the ones that don't understand attention. You know, any business requires attention. Selling a service, selling a product, whatever it is, you need attention. And we're lucky now, we don't have to be on TV. We don't have to be in the newspaper. That's the only way to get known, you know, years ago. But now, we all have this. We've got a laptop, we've got the internet. So we can create our own content and give our own selves exposure anywhere. So I understood this, and I focused all my time, my effort, my energy into creating content, trying to give me more exposure.
How many years ago was that?
Honestly, 12
as well,
to 15 years.
Wow.
Yep.
And where were you on that? Instagram, YouTube?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat.
Yeah, right.
TikTok now.
I saw your video from Snapchat thing.
Yeah. Snapchat. I grew that from just posting lots of value, lots of daily workouts.
Yeah.
Built that audience and then monetized it.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to, just focusing on creating content and putting it out there. Like, so many people want to be an online trainer or an online coach.
Yeah.
But why would someone sign up with them if they don't put any videos up online and they don't provide any value?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to be known, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like the way we look at it today. It's like, if you're not existing online, like, where are you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So what, like getting started, knowing how to, get attention, putting yourself out there.
Yep.
And then what? Because you're obviously in a big business right now. There's a lot of different steps there.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people that have kind of done everything with the exposure, with the starting, and they have the business.
Yeah.
A lot of people, this is going to sound weird, but a lot of people, why they don't sell is because they try and sell the thing that they're selling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an online trainer. I sell meal plans and workout programs.
Yeah.
But I don't sell meal plans and workout programs. Yeah. I sell the solution, I sell the results, and the final destination.
Yeah.
So instead of me selling a meal plan and workout program, I can help you lose 10 kgs. I can help you achieve your dream physique.
Yeah.
Like, you need to sell the solution and the result. Selling a meal plan and a workout program, the prospect who's going to buy has to connect with the dots. Okay, if I get a meal plan, I might lose some weight. I might look better. I might have more confidence at the beach and the pool. They have to connect all these dots.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have to sell them on the end thing what they want.
Yeah.
I can help you have the dream physique so when you are at the pool, you feel confident.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people trip up.
Yeah.
So a lot of my selling is selling the solution. Just like when you go to a travel agent, you book a flight to the Maldives.
Yeah.
The travel agent doesn't sell you on the 6-hour plane ride.
Exactly.
They sell you on the destination.
Yeah.
So I think if someone's got an online business, the best thing that they can do to sell is not sell exactly what they're selling.
Yeah.
Sell the solution, sell the results, sell the destination.
And is that purely reps from you that you learned that over the years?
Yep.
And what have you sold before? Like, is it just one-to-one, face-to-face, group, emails, like copy, all that? Like, where have you learned all the sales from?
Yep, trial and error.
Yeah.
And we have done everything.
Yeah.
We've done direct sales, through call to actions. We've done email marketing.
Yeah.
We've done affiliates.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there is anything that we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
We've done webinars. We've done video sales letter.
Yeah.
Like, we've tried every different way, and sometimes people don't put in enough reps. Like, with people that want to launch a high ticket business, I tell them, DM outreach strategy is a perfect way.
Yeah.
And I had one guy that was chatting to me, and he said, he tried the DM outreach strategy.
And didn't work.
And it didn't work, yep. And no lies, I said, oh, okay, how much DMs have you sent? He said 6, and he got no responses. I was like, 6 DMs today?
Bro, you did 6 reps in the gym? Eh?
Yeah.
Literally.
I know. I was like, bro, when I was doing DM outreach for Macroactive, my software company, I was doing 60 DMs per day.
Yeah.
And I would have done more, but my account was getting restricted.
Yeah.
So I did 20 in the morning, 20 at lunch, 20 in the evening.
Yeah.
I did that 7 days a week for years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not good at maths, but it's a lot of DMs going out.
Yeah.
It's the number of reps you have to do.
Yeah.
Like, I send 6 DMs to my wife a day. Like, like
yeah, exactly. I heard from, I can't remember who that was. It was like, I think it was actually Charlie's podcast. Did you see that ads guy that was on not a long time ago?
No, the ads guy? No.
No, he was talking about basically he set up an AI system. So every time he rocks up at the gym, there's like a GPS firing off, and it sends him a text message to his wife. And then the wife figure out later down the track that it was just AI sort of thing.
That's funny.
But yeah, obviously, it requires a lot of, I've been in the game now for 7-8 years sort of thing, and it's just like, you just stick to it, because you're in the boat now and you're like way too far out. So you're like, what am I going to do then? Like, what else are you going to do if you're not going to get this to work? What are the challenges you're running into right now? Like maybe externally? Like what are you trying to get through? And also maybe internally, like who do you need to become in order to get to that 100K a day or a billion? Like,
yep. I think the biggest challenge right now is kind of the front end, the exposure and the awareness on social media. Like, I definitely have that, but we have to understand that there are so many people online now. 10 years ago when I was doing this, I was like one of the only online trainers. There wasn't much content creators.
Yeah.
Everyone was consumers and just watching. But now, everyone is posting on Instagram. Everyone and their dog is on TikTok. Like, it's just... And also back in the day, there was only Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
But now there's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. Like, there's just so many platforms. So with all of these different platforms, plus millions more people putting up content, everything's just getting so diluted.
Yeah, yeah.
And our attention spans are so bad now.
Yeah.
10 years ago, we'd get an email, we'd read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now I delete half my emails before I open it.
Yeah.
If someone sent me a 5-minute video 10 years ago, I don't even know if we had a video on our phone, but if someone sent me a 5-minute video 10 years ago,
watch it,
I would watch that whole video like this.
Yeah.
If someone sends me a 30-second clip on WhatsApp, I'm like, bro,
yeah, I know.
I don't have time to watch this.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, we're on TikTok like this.
Yeah.
And even sometimes I'm watching my wife, you know, what she's doing on TikTok just like this. And like, she's swiping within 1 second. And I'm like, you didn't even give that video 1 second to like see if
give
it
it
was
a
good.
chance, man.
Yeah, like,
I don't have a chance, man. If I'm popping up in your
but like our decision is so quick now. Nah, not good.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Because of the demand, like there's just so much.
Yeah, there's just so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now when we put up a video, we have to fight for that attention.
Yeah.
Not saying like it can't be done. It definitely can be, but it's definitely a lot harder than what it was 10 years ago.
Yeah. So what's the game for that now? Because, you know, I've heard some of the other guys have that on, like, many of them, they talk about personal brand is the thing that's going to, like, stand out and sit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? When AI takes over and that sort of thing. So what's your strategy around that? Like, how do you position yourself and innovate?
Yep.
And become that guy,
Yep.
Yeah.
We have to understand people need to have connections. So I think building a personal brand and being someone different and unique is going to be the best thing that you can do right now to keep that attention on you.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, the people that have like the biggest and the most loyal followings, they have communities of people that follow them.
Yeah.
Community is so powerful.
Yeah.
And I've always heard this quote, you should be a YouTuber with other social media platforms. The people on YouTube have the best and most loyal following. Why? Because if you follow someone on YouTube, you're sitting down, you're watching them.
Yeah, yeah.
You're building that relationship with them, building a better connection, better trust.
Yeah.
If you follow someone on Instagram, oh, that's a nice pic.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah. So true.
Like you're on to the next picture.
Yeah.
It's YouTube is the best platform,
Yeah.
or long format content
Yeah.
is the best platform. For example, podcasts.
Yeah.
To build a loyal following.
Yeah.
But you still have all the other stuff.
Yeah.
The other stuff helps you get exposure, but
Yeah.
I think if we can focus on personal brand and creating a community and focusing a little bit more on long format, that'll be like the best solution.
Yeah. In terms of like you standing out then doing that, because a lot of people are also doing, you know, they know that. What do you see as the key attributes to a character standing out? Yeah.
Many things, but being different and being unique.
Yeah.
But then also it could be just being like everyone else. So you're relatable.
Yeah.
People like people that are relatable. Sam Sulek, I'm not sure if you know who he is.
Who is Sam?
Sam Sulek.
Don't think so, no.
He's a fitness guy and done extremely well. Yeah. I'll share his YouTube with you later on. Better than anyone I've ever seen in my life build a community and build a following.
Yeah.
No one has compared to what Sam has done.
Yeah.
But like by the book, he's not really like doing what everyone else is doing.
Right.
his videos are not short and they're not cut. They're not edited fancy. The videos are so long. There's like nothing exciting happening. It's literally just him going to the gym, training, talking, and then driving home in the car and talking. Like there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
But people love that because they can relate to him.
Yeah.
And they see him just as like a mate.
Yeah.
And he has built the most crazy following I've ever seen. I'm surprised that you have not heard of him.
On YouTube? He fitness guy?
Yep, YouTube.
Yeah.
I think he's got an Instagram now. He's only got
He's
like
got an Instagram now.
he's only got like 5 photos.
Right.
They're like terrible photos. Well, good of his physique, but like I think one of them's like of his dog's face or something. Like it's not like Instagram worthy, but these photos are getting millions of likes. Yeah. And I think he's got like 3 million followers on Instagram now. And he's not even an Instagram guy. Yeah. It's just because of that community and that cult following that he's built. Yeah. From just being real, being raw, and being authentic. Yeah. So he's not unique or different in any way. Yeah. But people love that. Yeah. And they sit and they watch. Yeah. Like, honestly, I'll send you his YouTube after this. I think he uploads every day, but they're like 500K views in a day.
That's insane.
And I don't want to say he's doing nothing special because he's done phenomenal, but like, it's just him filming his workout and the ride.
And what is he talking about? Like just basic stuff, like what I did today. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do that. Yeah.
People love it. Like, so much respect for that dude, man. He's done something different. Yeah. And he's captured a huge audience. Yep.
Yeah. But you can see, you know, like Alex Moses is probably a classic example of that, like how he just did it in the beginning. But when still you and I, we will look at him and be like, yeah, okay, but you're already done all that. So of course you can just sit and like talk in your closet, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, it's a little bit hard to grab onto that, you know, but I agree with you. It's like, sometimes it's like the best, you know, it could be a client call. It can be something behind the scene, you know what I mean? You capture, but you like, now that's not YouTube or Instagram worthy. It's not edited enough or like fine enough, but I'll post it on Facebook. I don't really care. I just fucking in on Facebook. I think it's a good mental framework like, to think about. Just fucking chuck it up.
Chuck it up,
everywhere. You know what I mean?
But yeah, and there's completely different strategies. Like, do you know Jesse James West?
Yeah.
So he's done extremely well on YouTube as well. Yeah. But his style is the complete opposite to Sam Sulek. Yeah. His videos are really well thought out.
Proper reality.
Really well planned. Yeah. Clickbait thumbnail. Yeah. Like it's really like a clickbait. Yeah. Sam Sulek, he calls his YouTube videos like Arm Day 227. Like there's I don't want to say he's doing it wrong because everything is working in his favor, but like it's very interesting to see that maybe we are going back to longer format content. Yeah. Which would be cool.
Yeah. How do you see the offline aspect in terms of like growing, you know, meeting people and that sort of thing, but like growing your business and getting more out there? How do you see one, placing yourself in Dubai, but also like, because we're so online today, to like go to masterminds, go to events, go and do podcasts like this, like go out and actually connect with people. How do you think about that?
Yep, I do. And I think that's huge to grow online as well. Yeah. Because a lot of my growth has come from offline when I meet people and I collab or I do a podcast or whatever it is. It just, if you connect with someone in real life and you film some content together, that content is 1,000 times better than if you did a podcast over Zoom. Yeah. It just doesn't have the same effect.
No connection,
and going to a mastermind and events, you learn a lot, but you also meet so many people and make so many connections with different people. So, there's so much opportunity for growth. If you do the in-person stuff as well and the offline stuff.
Yeah, and I think, you know, like, I don't know with you, if you had you're probably still in it, like your hustle mode, where you just like, you're slamming, you know, the computer and fucking calls every day, you know. What are you doing those times to make sure you are getting offline and you're, whatever, doing social, spending time with your wife and that sort of thing? Like, do you have anything you do there in particular?
Not really, but like, I have things all through the day which kind of breaks up my day. Yeah. For example, I go to the gym around 10 on average. Yeah. So I wake up at 5 and I can do some deep work. Yeah. And then I know by 9:30 I'm kind of heading out the door to go to the gym. Yeah. So it kind of breaks it up. And then after that, you know, I'll come back and maybe get in some more work or go for lunch somewhere with my wife or do something like. So I think I'm pretty good at just breaking up my schedule.
Yeah.
But I'm also good at finding work blocks where I can just deep dive and go in on stuff.
Yeah.
I do a lot of my work early in the morning.
Yeah.
I kind of go into that monk mode early in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I'm most productive.
Yeah.
And I can get the most done.
Yeah.
And if I've done so much by like 7 or 8 a.m., you feel like you've stacked so many wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what helps me.
Yeah.
Just getting a lot of stuff done in the early morning.
Yeah.
And then you can be a little bit more flexible for the rest of the day.
Yeah. I like that, and it's like, I think, we're on the same page in regard to that because we set up our own day, you know what I mean, in retrospect. So, gearing your day to like having all these things and like doing what you want to do. I think that's a big thing. Like, I don't know if you can't wait to freaking open up your iPad or like geeking around or like writing something new out in the morning, like ideas and stuff. You're probably the same. Yeah.
Yep. No, I do. And honestly, and just being able to work online.
Yeah.
Is the best thing in the world, and I believe it's better than even making a lot of money. Like having that freedom and flexibility to work from your laptop at any hours you choose. Yeah. Being able to work from anywhere in the world. Yeah. That freedom and flexibility. Yeah. I would rather have 10K a month, but being able to do that. Yeah. Than 100K a month being stuck in an office. Yeah. 9 to 5, 6 days a week. Yeah. Freedom and flexibility cannot put a price on that. Yeah. I could live in Bali. I could live in Thailand cheap, Yeah.
You have to come to Bali. You've been to Bali, yeah?
No. I've tried to at least 4 or 5 times, but every time I go to book Bali, I go to Thailand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why. I like Thailand.
Thailand's good.
And I know it's good. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if I like Bali.
Check it out, bro. Like, it's really become good there now. Like, I used to be honest, I used to love Thailand more as well. I feel like it's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit more authentic, but Bali's definitely... there's just so many people up there now. Yeah. To collaborate. So it's like here, just congested. With all the, good gyms and restaurants and cafes and good, facilities for everything. So
maybe this year.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Honestly, I've no lie, I've tried so many times. Yeah. But I just always end up going to Thailand.
Just end up like fucking dude Tiger Airways out there.
I know Thailand's good, so yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. So before we round up here, like what are you working on here in 2024? Like how are you stretching yourself, and also how are you making sure that you're hitting your, I won't say New Year's resolution, but your goals? Like what's the framework you're using for that?
Yep. So right now it's just massive growth. And to reach that and to be able to achieve that, I know it comes down to a few things. One, taking action, like massive action, and then also acting with extreme urgency. I believe those 4 words can change your life. Massive action and extreme urgency. So I know if I act with massive action and extreme urgency with all of my companies and what I'm doing, on a day you just get through so much. Yeah, yeah. And the more speed that you work with, the more you'll get done, the more you will achieve.
How do you create that urgency? Like, what do you have something you craft for yourself every morning, or you look at it and you're like, fuck, we're going to make that before the end of the month? Or
no, I don't. That's probably a good way to do it. But for me, it's almost like I like to catch myself procrastinating. Yeah. Like if I'll catch myself procrastinating, I'll go and do that right now. Yeah. Like I'll think, I need to edit. I need to message Michael to see if he can do this type of video. So I'll find myself writing down a note to message him. No, what am I doing? Just message him, voice note him right now. Yeah. Like I'll always do things and catch myself procrastinating. Yeah. Like why am I writing a note to talk to someone about something? Yeah. I'll just send him a voice note now. Yeah. That was just like a small example, but I find if I just catch myself procrastinating, do it right there.
Just do. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think procrastination is why a lot of people just don't move forward.
Excellent, bro. Where can people find more about you if they want to learn about the fitness and also what you do business-wise?
Yep. Anywhere online. I'm on all the platforms. So if you just search my name, Josef Rakich, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, you'll find me.
Did you have to buy that name, or? It's pretty unique.
No, it's pretty unique. But someone stole my Twitter name, Josef Rakich. Right. So on Twitter, or X now, I'm called Josef Rakich.
I'm Josef. I'm the real Josef 01. No, that's awesome. I appreciate your time, man.
Hey, no problem. Thank you very much for having me.
I appreciate having on you.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Awesome.